Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from Group 5 and we will present about our discussion. The topic is recommendation disease and pest control on chili plants. Before that, I will introduce our member. First is Muhammad Yusuf Effendi with student number 105 and Karenski Yaskila Putra with student number 108, Farel Erdra Pradipta with student number 111, and Hanifah Salsabila with student number 114. Next. Introduction. Chili plants come from Americas with tropical climate that is South of America. Chili plants are served in the Solanaceae family. Chili is one of the most important vegetable crops in Indonesia as a spicy flavor enhancer because chili contains chemical compound called capsaicin. Chili stems have a hard and woody texture with dark green color and are round, smooth, and branched with many branches. The leaves are oval in shape. The tip is pointed and the flat leaf edge. They are included in the single leaf. Chili seeds are round and flat, yellowish white in color, orange in group. The root of chili plants consist of taproots that grow straight toward the earth center and fibrous roots that grow sideways. Chilies are suitable for planting in loose soil containing high organic matter and or at least 1.5% and neutral pH around 6 until 7 and a temperature of around 18 until 32 degrees Celsius. The air humidity suitable for chili growth is around 60 until 80%. Next. The classification of chili is kingdom Plantae, divisi Spermatophyta, class Dicotyledonnae, ordo Solanas, and family Solanaceae, genus Capsicum, and species Capsicum frutescens or Capsicum annum. There are many recommendation disease control. Next.
The first one is Fusarium wilt. Wilt disease in chili plant is often called Fusarium wilt, which can be serious threat to chili farmer because this disease can cause chili plants to die and cause loss of for farmers. Fusarium wilt disease is a disease caused by fungus Fusarium oxysporum. Fusarium wilt is the type of disease that is most feared by chili farmer because if the plant is infected, the plant cannot be treated and the plant will die. First, the first symptom of Fusarium wilt is pale leaf bones, especially the other leaves. Two, then followed by curling of the older leaves due to dropping of the petiole, and finally the plant wilts entirely. Three, in very young plants, the disease can cause the plant to die suddenly because the base of stem is damaged, while infected other plants can often survive and form foul and small. How to control the Fusarium wilt? First, remove plant with Fusarium wilt symptoms. If you can see chili plants that are attacked by Fusarium wilt, immediately remove the plant and burn the plant. Second, use Trichoderma mushroom. The third is crop rotation. The fourth, give the right fertilizer. In addition to the above method, give the right fertilizer to chili plants. The fifth, other ways that can be done are as follows. perform good land management, proper sanitation, use plastic mulch, and use chili seeds that are resistant to Fusarium wilt. Bacteria wilt. The cause of bacterial wilt disease in chili plant is the bacterium Pseudomonas solena cerarum. This parasitic bacteria attack and infect the root area base of the stem, shoots, leaves, and stems of chili plant. Pseudomonas solanacearum bacteria infect roots and cause plant roots to rot. This parasitic bacterial attack often occurs in rainy season with moist soil condition and full of standing water. First, early symptoms of Pseudomonas solanacearum attacks are seen if there are plant parts that suddenly wither. Second, then the chili plant will wither completely and eventually die. Third, plant will have infected Pseudomonas solanacearum will remain wilted at night and during the day. The fourth symptom that occur on the roots of chili plant are relatively the same as those of the fungus Fusarium wilt. To control the bacterial wilt, the first is biological agents such as Pseudomonas fluorescens and Bacillus subtilis. Second is use manure that has been fermented, cooked. Unripe manure can increase the number of Pseudomonas solanacearum bacteria by increasing soil temperature due to incomplete fermentation. The third, use urea fertilizer wisely for dipping the seeds with a bactericide with the active ingredient agromycin will prevent the plant from contracting the disease. The fifth, good irrigation arrangement.
The next is root of leaves and stems. Leaf blight on chili plants is caused by the humus Phytophthora capsicum. This disease develops rapidly, especially in the rainy season where the humidity is quite high. Symptoms of the attack begin with the appearance of wet spots on the edge or middle of the leaves. Then it will expand until the leaf becomes blackish brown and eventually rot. The symptom, the first one symptom is the symptom of Phytophthora capsicum attacks is the appearance of wilting marks on plants. Plants that are attacked on the stem will blackish at the base of the stem and also branching of the plant. Third, the leaves will stay green, fruit then turn blackish brown and the plant will die. Fourth, well, the symptoms of attack on the leaves are yellow leaves, blackish brown spots on the leaves, and over time, brown and fall leaves will appear. Last, infected chili will rot and turn brown. Next, then how to control of root and leaves and stem. The first one is this disease can be controlled by reducing the dose of nitrogen fertilization such as urea and ZA. Second, adjust the distance to facilitate air circulation. Third, infected plants are uprooted and burned. And the last one, the fuse, the paracapsicum is soil-borne and water-borne and seed-borne. Biopriming of seeds by adding rhizobacteria can be alternative treatment to control Phytophthora rot disease. The result of research of Ibrahim et al. And Rosalia et al. Saw that rhizobacteria as seed treatment were able to increase plant growth and control of Phytophthora rot disease caused by pathogen Phytophthora capsicum. Next, recommendation pest control. The first one is thrips. Thrips, this pest attacks plant by sucking the liquid from the lower surface of the leaves, especially young leaves. Attacks are characterized by the presence of silvery spots. Affected leaves turn copper brown or wrinkle and eventually die. In severe attacks, it causes the leaves, shoots, or leaf tips to roll inward, and a tumor-like lump appears. Plant growth is inhibited and stunted even plant shoots die. This pest is a factor of mosaic virus and Carli virus disease. Next is control of thrips. First, when using trap plants, for example, yellow knickle. Second, using silver mouse. Third, environmental sanitation and cutting of plant parts affected by traps. Fourth, the use of yellow traps as many as 40 pieces per hectare or 2 pieces per 50 meter cubic meter quadrat, which is installed since the plants are 2 weeks old. Traps can be made from bamboo strips attached with yellow plastic holder. And the next, utilization of potential natural enemies to control pests, including predator of Ponychilidae beetles, mites, predator of Physopidae larvae, Anthocoridae like feedbacks, and the pathogen Entomophora species. And the last one is pesticides are used when the pest population or crop damage has reached control threshold. The pest is more than or equal to 15% per plant sample. Or the other control methods cannot suppress the pest population. Next,
The next is armyworm or Spodoptera litura. Armyworm is a polypagous plant pest organism or OPT. This is a very detrimental of farmers' crop field because this pest attack can damage agricultural crops significantly because their caterpillar can eat the entry epidermis of the lower leaves so that only the leaf bones are left. Leaf damage or defoliation due to the attack of armyworm larvae interferes with the assimilation process and ultimately because crop loss up to 85% and can even cause crop failure. Next, control of these pests can be done by the first is control in technical culture, third, um, crop rotation with non-host plant, and planting simultaneously with the difference in the time between early planting and late planting, not more than 10 days. And planting of imago traps and S. litora X using MLG 3023 soybean. And second is physical and mechanical control. This was done by collecting and killing group of eggs, cultivar of stadia 1 until 2, which were still in groups, and cultivar of stadia 4 until 6, which were located on the lower surface of the leaf on the top of the plant. And third is biological control among several types of natural enemy that can be used as biological agents, and nuclear polyhedrosis virus or NBV, Spodoptera litora, nuclear polyhedrosis virus or SINPV is one of the virus can attack armyworms. Next. This is fruit flies or Bactrocera sp. Fruit fly because damage to both young chili and red fruit. Affected fruit will rot and then fall to the ground. And the symptom can be seen from the black dot at the base of the fruit. The black dot at the base of the fruit appears due to the activity of adult fruit flies that put their eggs in the chili. The larva contained in the fruit because damage from within the fruit becomes pale yellow and withers. The quality of chili that are attacked by this pest will decrease and they are not suitable for marketing. Several attacks occur in the rainy season caused by ovipositor, puncture of the female insect contaminated by fungi so that the infected fruits becomes rotten and fall to the ground. And control of fruit fly, the first we can infected of fruit is destroyed, and then fruit packaging. The third is the use methyl eugenol or petrogenol attractant traps of 1 milli per trap. The number of trap needs is 14 pieces per hectare. The traps were set then the plant were 2 weeks old until the end of harvest, and attractant were replaced every 2 weeks. The last is optimization of natural enemy include larvae and pupae parasitoid, and then predators and on predators, Arcinidae, Sapilinidae, and Dermatera. So this is the end of our presentation about the topic recommendation. This is pest control on chili plants. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.